Albert's Cho in the jungle as we jump into the land of Dawn for match 1, game number 1. The Dragon up against the Kings here in the series.
Man, this is going to be very interesting because face value, I feel like Cho has a little bit of an upper edge against Hai, who is on the Amon. Every time they want to go for those contests, the Cho could just easily use his ultimate as well as the Jet Kundo to shy him away from that retribution.
It is a Demon Slayer emblem on Albert, so hinting a bit at possibly being a tank. We'll just have to see though. The matchup between a fighter and an assassin usually favors the fighter for sure. He's too tanky to get bursted down, and he has enough damage to whittle down the assassin. So for Hai, the only real target he has on the side of RRQ HOSHI is Skylar on the Irrital. Because Clay, with the Real Manipulation Shield, he is really quite a bit more durable than most high-ground mages.
Oh, Clay though, already in a little bit of a trouble situation here in the mid lane, but he will still be able to get out even without this sprint. And then that top side, this is what we expect. Skylar on the Irithel should be able to actually bully Kabuki out in the early phases before he has a shotgun, but Godiva now is going to get engaged on by Albert, who doesn't have to win the Dragon just yet. Finally gets it, but Facehugger is able to punch him back. Fun fact though, by grab, this is the 3rd time that the Cho jungle has made an appearance in MPL ID.
Yeah, it was first on to Fearless and then Jana QT, and now 3rd in the hands of Albert here in the jungle. And so far, he does seem quite, you know, okay.
It's doing pretty okay. The clear is very healthy as well. There's a shield. There's a skill with 3 uses essentially, so his clearing is a lot faster, and he is all around the map right now. He is level 4, so he has the option of making these ganks happen, but on the bottom side, Vin is the one getting jumped on.
Well, with the Masha, Rome, you are very, very tanky, obviously, with those 3 HP bars, but I do want to just focus on Banana because he hasn't really been able to stop the movement coming in, but Albert finally able to find a pick in the mid lane with his Way of the Dragon. First Blood presented to you by the Samsung Galaxy A series. RRQ take the lead in the early stage, instantly converting onto the objectives, securing the first objective as well. And meanwhile on the top side, Kabuki is going to get dove on. Skylar with a solo kill, even with the help of Godiva. Godiva will be able to find a trade, but again, that's a solo kill for Skylar.
The thing is, this is what I love to watch about RRQ HOSHI, the way they're able to utilize those picks on the board and convert it onto objectives. So far, Aura Fire has not been able to replicate the same success, as now we can take a little sneak peek into the emblems, Arashi.
Well, Banana has the Avarice emblem, so he is aiming to just scale as soon as possible. And right now, with the flank coming from Vin, they might go for a fight here.
Thunderclap is available. The real world equation able to immobilize him for a bit for Skylar to dish out a little bit more damage as well. RRQ knowing this though, they do not overcommit. They get a good chunk of damage onto Hai and even putting some pressure onto Kabuki, but they do not force anymore. Albert though in the mid lane, gonna get hooked over. Godiva failing that combo. RRQ still in a very good position.
Oh, did you see his face when he mis-executed that as well? He didn't look pleased, but look at this. Already Albert getting very aggressive once again. Is still able to get out, but look at this, Mirko.
Oh, Albert gonna get taken down by Facehugger's IMU as he stole away the real world manipulation. Banana now jumping in onto Facehugger with a thunderclap as well. Clay picking up the kill. Godiva's gonna be next here. Immobilized there. Hai jumps in with the damage. Godiva with the item defended once again, bringing it back for Fluffy to knock them up. Still, Godiva on the run. Clay finding him as that's going to be taken down. Endless charge. It's another trade. A 2 for 2 so far. Godiva Facehugger for Albert Vin.
And even then, RRQ HOSHI is leading in only a little bit of gold. So at this point, 4 minutes in, they're not too far off, as Banana here already sniffing the whereabouts of Fluffy. But 10 seconds left to the next turtle. We'll see who's able to set up first.
Aura needs to be a bit more, they need to play with a bit more urgency here. They do have an assassin that will not scale as well as the other heroes in the game. So Hai will have a lot of pressure on his hands as the turtle is up right now. Aura Fire wants to contest, but overall, in long engagements, RRQ HOSHI has been having the advantage.
XP lane pressure is where it's at, and Banana has it. 1 level lead over Fluffy, clearing the waves a little bit faster, and obviously with the mobility, jumping into the turtle faster. But Godiva is able to actually force that reset on the turtle. RRQ and Aura need to be very careful, but Banana gets caught on a knockout strike there. Endless charge taking him down in the bottom side. one-man advantage for Aura Fire as they look towards the turtle now. 3v4, real world relation popped in, but Fluffy's still able to get away. The thunderclap comes in, but Albert with the retribution comes in to secure it. Now Albert with the way the dragon of his own going on to facehugger, still able to dodge away from now, but the damage comes in again onto the back lines. Terrified, Vin doing the same towards High, but both of the junglers surviving here. Vin will not survive. It's gonna be Godiva who picks up the kill as they look towards Clay. I'm offended, not ready yet, but the damage might be enough to take him down. Clay forced to flicker out, and Aura win out even though they lost an objective.
And now they're actually putting their focus onto this mid turret. They are going to be able to put a little pressure onto it. But so far, Aura Fire, they've actually equalized that gold gap. And now it's just going back and forth here with RRQ HOSHI. What differences in item can we see happening here, Rashi?
Hunter Strike Rush for Kabuki, so he is aiming to be very aggressive in that lane. On the other hand, Skylar already has the Windtalker, so the DPS is going to be a lot more. But the issue right here is that Aura Fire has a lot more burst damage, and RRQ HOSHI, they win in the long, prolonged engagements. So if Vin can just take a lot of damage and make the fights drawn out, RRQ HOSHI has an advantage here, and that is true all the way to the later game.
Oh, Godiva with the flicker there, and the real world relation popped in with the Dragon Dome, bringing Facehugger back to the Thunderclap from Vin. Godiva in a bad spot, trying to run away now. He will be able to get out, but again, no, might not be, as that's going to be Skylar dishing out the damage coming in from the gold lane to pick up a kill. RRQ leading again, getting a 2 for 0, as High will be zoned out of his own jungle.
A little miscalculation in the setup there by Aura Fire. RRQ HOSHI was able to just pick up the pace once again, set it to their own tempo, and now High might be caught in a bad situation.
Ooh. And Lashard not enough to take Skylar down. Albert comes in with the Jeet Kune Do, taking the damage onto the turret as well. Clay picks up a killing spree. Albert has built tank on this Cho, so he can afford to actually go in very, very aggressively, even deep in those team fights.
Right now, RRQ HOSHI has a lot more pick-up advantage because Albert has been so good at finding those opportunities. It's quality, not quantity, that he's going for on this Cho, and it's been working out. Although, again, Aura Fire still has the advantage, but it won't be until the late game. In the mid game, they will have to pull the trigger and play a lot more aggressively. But RRQ, they are securing all these neutral objectives.
That was crazy. I mean, Aura Fire was first to set that one up, but RRQ HOSHI, Albert in particular, with that clutch retribution, able to take it away from Aura Fire. I think this is something that we were mentioning as well before we begun. The Amon against the Cho in that jungle position, it is going to be a little bit more difficult for High. And now RRQ HOSHI, they're starting to reap the rewards here. Already so much pressure, but Godiva as well as the other members from the side of Aura Fire, they're pushing their focus in this bottom lane.
Oh, they're already going to go on to Vin, giving him a lot of damage. But the real world relation actually going to take High down with the help of Vin's Thunderclap. Albert trying to find Facehugger with the Jeet Kune Do, not able to, as Fluffy will be able to get out of this one in the mid lane. He has actually taken a lead over Banana here, which is surprising. And Esmeralda Paquito matchup, not a matchup that we usually see the Paquito winning.
Well, Banana has been just actively trying to help his team around, but right now, with everyone grouping up together, with the pressure advantage, RRQ HOSHI is pushing everyone away and actually just brute forcing this next objective. They're taking control all the way in the early game, despite having a lot more of a solid composition in that late game.
This is going to be tough, actually.
Yeah.
Coming into the late game, Aura Fire will have that Beatrix control. Power as well. Checking in the bushes, the burst damage as well towards Vin, Banana, even Clay and Skylar. Does Skylar have a Wind of Nature yet?
I don't think he has it just quite yet. He will be building it quite soon though, but Vin here is still trying to pressure as much as possible. Aura Fire, they're getting bullied out of their own jungle.
Yeah, they're getting bullied here as well as RRQ Albert already putting the tempo once again, opening up the map. And this is insane to see because there were so many questions regarding RRQ HOSHI this season in particular. Lee Clay. People have mentioned that because Lemon has been filling in that role, they don't really see the synergy as well as they saw last season. But so far, Clay has been such a reliable engage tool as well as disengage tool with that real world manipulation. I mean, still standing at a 304 KDA. Clay, once again, really performing to his max.
Oh, Fluffy even in that jungle, missing 2 of the knockout strikes, but the falling Sun Moon will catch onto him, taking him to half HP. Bottom side turret though, It's going to be taken down. It's actually the Lord take who gets it. It's Kabuki who
Wow.
finally is able to make the plays happen for Aura Fire. Again, equalizing in terms of gold, but Aura, they stayed way too long. Godiva using the flicker there in this skirmish is going to be taken down anyways, but Aura were able to secure 2 objectives. The Lord and also the bottom side tier 2.
Wow, honestly, Banana is just losing out in the macro gameplay department because Fluffy, he was able to actually cut the wave, and that allows them to get a free turret in the bottom side, and it allows him to have impacts in the skirmishes in the mid side, in the jungle early on, and that distracts RRQ away from the Lord attempt. So this is now showing the difference in experience between Fluffy and Banana.
I mean, so far, yeah, so far we can see that the Wind of Nature has not been built yet, and Albert basically takes no damage right now. So every time Aura Fire, they want to go in and look for a contest, perhaps a pick-off on the board against RRQ HOSHI. The problem is, the way that they've been maneuvering around the map is 4 and 1. So it's really difficult now that Fluffy is going to be looking for an opportunity here.
Whoa, Vin jumping in with a thunderclap onto Kabuki. With the help of the real world inflation, they're going to be able to take him down. Number 1 damage dealer taken out. Albert kicking Godiva back to his team, as that's going to be Godiva caught in a 4-man skirmish, a 4-man sandwich. Amon up top high, trying to split push, but I don't think he's going to be able to find much value there. Might even be caught. He has the invisibility, but Albert, he's cutting in the movement from high. High recalling the bush, and Aura still able to get their jungler safely out. Fluffy taking the Lethal Wanderer, stealing it away from Skylar as well in that top river.
RRQ HOSHI, they've been winning the fights right here, but they have not been able to actually get a lot of value afterwards. They were able to win the fight in the Lord as well, but Aura Fire got the Lord there, and that just delayed the plays, but Albert goes in.
Oh, Albert jumping onto high, has the Endless Charge, but again, it does no damage. In the back lines though, Fluffy trying his best to find Clay. He was taken low, but now Banana jumping in onto 3 members. Whoa. Punished instantly as Fluffy jumps in with a knockout strike onto Vin. Oh my goodness, Kabuki. He didn't even aim that one. He just shot it and it hit onto Skylar. Now they're looking for the siege into that mid-tier 1. Albert has a purple buff. He might be going for something, but they just clear out the waves. RRQ not wanting to take these prolonged fights.
That was insane setup though by Albert. If you notice, he was just waiting in that bush very patiently. I gotta say, more than 10 seconds even, to wait on the perfect moment to get onto high, and he was able to do that. So we can see that RRQ HOSHI already with this assassin type situation that they can also portray on the board, but once again, Kabuki!
That's the damage you expect in the late game. Arashi, we saw Wesker, we saw CW. Wait, was it CW? No, Kabuki. We saw Kabuki 4-shot the base yesterday.
With the Wesker.
With the Wesker against Geek Fam. So, Finn getting taken down there. That's why they first picked Beatrix.
It's a good attempt, man. Clay, along with Vin, trying to burst Kabuki. He was very, very low, but the Wesker damage is just too high. And right now, Aura Fire pressure for the Lord. They get it. They back away. They play that disciplined game that we've been talking about. The improved Aura.
The problem is RRQ HOSHI, they didn't want to engage either. So I don't know if it was Aura Fire being disciplined or RRQ HOSHI actually making that decision for them. And this was something that we also highlighted yesterday as well. Aura Fire, after they're able to get these objectives on the board, they have a tendency to overstay. And actually, RRQ HOSHI can actually capitalize on that. As now, we're going to take a look at the damage dealt by Axe here, Arashi. And it turns out, Facehugger as well as Fluffy are on the top there with the highest damage dealt.
Clay is close behind, and Kabuki comes there as well. Despite having the very rocky early game, Kabuki is still up there in terms of damage. That is power of the Beatrix, man. Again, when the fight is just quick, when it's about burst damage, Aura Fire has so much advantage here. RRQ HOSHI needs to survive the initial burst, and then their superior DPS can shine through in this late game.
No, the real world inflation was opened up by both of the members here. Fluffy gonna be able to get the knockout strike, but Banana with the flanks there, now gonna get chunked really low, forced to use the sprint. Kabuki trying to deal the damage again. The Endless Charge was popped in onto Banana. A lot of resources spent already. Kabuki with the Wind of Nature still able to get away, but the way the Dragon finds him, bringing it back to the team. Banana with the falling Star Moon now jumping onto Kabuki, but Banana might be punished for this. He goes in and he's the one who's taken down. Skylar going deep onto Kabuki with the Wind of Nature. He finds him as he goes for an all-out flank. He's still trying to run away, kiting everyone back, and he's actually zoning the members away back to his team. RRQ are able to defend, but at what cost? That's 3 base turrets taken down. Vin is still going for the chase onto Godiva. I'm Offended popped in. Vin finally backing off. Aura still with the much more valuable trade.
Man, but Skylar, what was that?
Insane. That was
That
really
was
cool.
what? He was oh my god, he didn't. Oh, that was so beautiful to see. RRQ, Skylar really outplaying that situation, taking down Kabuki, and I hope we get an instant replay here by the Samsung Galaxy A series of what went down.
It began with that play coming from Albert, but there was no follow-up. And then they tunnel into Banana, and they were able to secure that kill, but Skylar just comes in without any care in the world, starts dashing out a lot of damage while moving. That is the advantage that the Airtel has in that late game, but now Vin still has to be very, very careful. I'm offended does not land, and right now RRQ HOSHI have no control, but so far, Aura Fire, they are the ones in control. They are the ones that can look for opportunities right now.
You know what's funny? Take a look at the scoreboard. Take a look at the entire thing there. In the team head-to-head, wait a minute, Banana gonna get caught again, brought back with a knockout strike, and Banana gets caught again! 4th time this game. RRQ lost their XP lane, and look at the death timers, 35 seconds, 15 seconds for the Lord. Albert trying to find Fluffy, trying to find compensation, but they will not be able to find that. Again, it's Aura getting the really good picks onto Banana, and now they're gonna go on to the Lord, one-man advantage.
I think it's the EXP lane difference right here. Fluffy is a lot more experienced in just playing out this late game, avoiding death traps from the opponents. But for Banana, you cannot say the same thing. Aura Fire has now secured the Lord, and they are playing it calm and collected. They still have the chance of using Kabuki as that siege tool, although Clay has still 0 deaths. He has a lot of kills, a lot of gold, and he has a lot of damage that Aura Fire needs to pay attention to.
I don't know why, but I feel like their gameplay kind of shifted in towards this mid towards the late game. I mean, RRQ HOSHI initially was able to get the better trades on the board and actually be able to convert onto it. But it turns out now Aura Fire is actually leading in terms of that economy, the map control, as well as the neutral objective is now it's going to be marching here in that mid side.
Vin's HP bar melting down as the real world inflation is going to be popped there. Fluffy diving in very, very deep onto Skylar, losing out a lot of HP. Banana going to find that immortality, popping it. Fluffy has the back away. The real world inflation here still activated by Clay, and they will be able to find the pick on towards Facehugger. Albert with a brilliant pick with the G Kundo. Now the falling side, we're connecting on the 2 members. Skylar going crazy with the sprint as well, jumping to the back line, finding Fluffy, finding everybody. He's going to be able to get that double kill. No, one more shot. Fluffy was able to survive. Kabuki flickers forward to kill the... Wait, who's that? Banana, actually, who overchased a bit, and Godiva's gonna go for the back door here with the minions that he has. Fluffy again, jumping with a knockout strike, getting this heal from the side of the Bloodlust Axe. Again, getting the shield as well. Skylar doesn't get the damage, but Fluffy, once again, he's able to survive for now. He might be able to turn it. He jumps in, jumps back. Oh my god, Aura, they are able to disengage. And again, what I do want to mention is, team head-to-head, it was RRQ with better objectives, Aura with more kills, deaths, and assists. Here, it's a complete opposite.
Yeah, complete opposite already now. And it's interesting because the way that they're able to see and grasp on each other's gameplay is insane. RRQ HOSHI, they were able to maneuver around this, able to outplay Aura Fire, but in the end, Kabuki was able to do the same. In terms of this item, because of this basically 0 economy gap, what can we say?
Well, we can say that Aura Fire will have better pickoffs, and RRQ HOSHI, they are just very concerned about that backdoor potential. You saw that Skylar and Clay were both trying to get the kill onto Fluffy, but at the same time, they were very concerned about the base. You can see that they were very reluctant to leave it, just in case... Again, in case Kabuki makes that play yet again. That is the power, that is the pressure that a Beatrix can bring for your team. Now it's back to square one. Aura Fire with the pick-off advantage. RRQ HOSHI with better DPS, better AoE. We saw that earlier in the base defense. Clay was able to use that real manipulation and he just held it on. He activated it and just kept it there to make sure that the rest of Aura Fire are unable to push along with the Lord, and that just gave him the space to defend against that very aggressive push from Aura Fire.
Right now, I feel like RRQ HOSHI, they have one clear winning condition. The winning condition is they need to keep Iritel alive, right? Because if Iritel gets taken out, they don't have a source of DPS. They do have Albert with the damage, but unfortunately, it's a combo type of thing. So if that is used on one particular person on the side of Aura Fire, they don't have another answer. Meanwhile, Aura Fire, they have damage from Facehugger, they have damage from Kabuki, they have damage from even someone like Fluffy in that EXP lane on the Petito, as well as High. So there's just so many sources of targets that RRQ HOSHI have to control. Meanwhile, Aura Fire, they only need to take down one.
And look at how Fluffy is managing the waves. When he cut the mid lane wave, he only used a knockout strike and a jab, and that's it. He didn't go for a full clear onto the waves. Again, trying to set up that slow push. Obviously, RRQ did not want that to happen, noticed that, and cleared it up. But you already know the idea as to why Aura are trying to make this happen in the side lanes and even in the mid lane with the wave pressure slow pushing into the base. RRQ are going to have a very tough time micromanaging 3.
You can see that Banana is very concerned about pushing deep into the side of Aura Fire because he's been picked off so often. So now Fluffy, he has the advantage of being able to cut the wave and leave Banana alone in the bottom side, gaining a man advantage for Aura Fire.
Here as well, you need to see. Fluffy's buying so much time, distracting the members, and again, making them look. He's going for the flanks now. This might be dangerous for RRQ. They gotta be careful. They cannot engage just yet. Banana is still in the bottom side. Aura knowing that they have a one-man disadvantage.
Oh.
Skylar's gonna get bursted down. Still has the win of nature, still has the sustain. Kabuki not gonna be able to get that render shot, but Vin is gonna go on to high, who's still able to run away for now. Terrified, CC'd and melted down by Kabuki. Godiva's gonna go in as well, and that's a kill picked up. Fluffy still able to buy so much time. Again, so annoying. Onto the back lines of RRQ. Facehugger jumping in with a sprint. Real world inflation popped in, but Albert still gonna be able to cancel it out, as now it's gonna be Clay who's gonna be targeted. Knockout strike finding him, shutting him down. Banana in the midst of it all, jumping in with the falling Simon, able to time it perfectly to find Facehugger. High is still on the Lord. It's a 2-for-1, and Aura have won another skirmish.
Another skirmish, and it is going to be the Lord taken by them as well. Initially, it felt like RRQ Hoshi was able to read the setup happening from Aura Fire, but it turns out Aura Fire comes out on top, and now they're really just asphyxiating RRQ Hoshi without any source of everything that they have. They're taking away the jungle, they're taking away all the neutral objectives on the board, as well as the buffs, and now they are going to be managing all 3 lanes to push and just clash onto RRQ Hoshi at the same time.
That was the first death for Clay in this game. That was how chaotic that fight was. Fluffy is just doing a great job of disrupting the backline setup, and now with the Lord Aura Fire, they're going for a decisive end to this very exciting game.
High again, dishing out damage onto Albert, taking half HP away, as the rest of the damage is going to be placed onto Vin, who has lost 1 HP bar. Thunderclap on the back lines, but man, that's the Wesker for you. They are able to actually zone away from the Lord. Skylar killing the Lord, taking him down to prolong the game once again. It's still just a 1-for-0. Aura have a man advantage. Bumping the knockout strike, able to find Albert 2 times here, but look at Clay in the back lines. He's going to be able to try to go for this engage once again. Godiva's going to get got onto the way of the dragon there on the bottom side. Kabuki not even giving a chance for them to defend, flickering straight for the face with the Wesker, ending the game, sealing the deal, taking the lead in this series.
Man, that was just so well played by Aura Fire there, and you can see how impactful that a lot of sources